When I was young, it seems I often asked my mother, why was I born here, in this house, as your son, and not somewhere else? I had two brothers who were very much older to me. I was frequently bullied by them. I wished I were an only child. My mother, being very imaginative, fabricated a tale to appease me. She used to tell me the story of why I was born as a son and not as someone else's. Her story in her own words. God made you a beautiful child. Then he called your guardian angel and asked him to find a very lovely home to place you in. The celestial being went hither and thither searching for a home for you. None of the houses seemed to please him. He thought to himself, this is a very special child. He needs a very good home and a mother to nurture him and love him. The angel looked about in different countries and then came to India. He searched in Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta, and finally settled on Chennai. In Chennai, he went through street after street and selected our street and then our house. He peered into our house and saw me with your two brothers and said, what a lovely mother! This is the ideal mother for this child. Surely, this child needs a mother like her to bring him up well. Then your guardian angel told God about me, and God said, all right, so be it. And praise be to God, you were born as my son. My mother used to tell me this story often. I have sat before her enthralled and lapped up this tale countless number of times. I used to love it. When I was 13 years old, my father died. My mother was shattered. She clung to her three sons for support. My mother and I grew closer. My brothers went to different cities to take up new jobs. My mother was left with just me. Mine was the shoulder she wept on. Mine was the hand that steadied her when she faltered. Though yet a teenager, I became the man of the house. I was the one who reminded her to pay the bills on time, and I talked to the plumber, electrician, and mechanic when something was amiss at home. And I stood by her, seeing to every little detail when my two brothers got married. And when I found her getting bored and depressed, I taught her the wonders of the internet, which opened up a whole new world for her. Most of all, I was always there for her. My mother, on her part, helped me to achieve my dream of becoming a doctor. I am now 24 years old. It is 11 years since my father passed away. We do not mourn his loss as sadly as before. We recollect past events and laughed at the funny moments. I reminded my mother of the story she used to tell me as a kid as to why I was born as her son. Then my mother said that there was more to that story. She said that she had not realized the real climax to that story then. The story has a different ending, and she finished the story now. Your guardian angel told God that you needed a lovely mother like me. This boy needs this mother, the angel informed God. But God, in His infinite wisdom, looked far into the future and said, it is the other way round. Surely this mother would need this loving child later in life. And so you were born as my son. And I thank God every day for that. There were tears in her eyes when she finished her story, and I wiped away those tears. Whether I needed her more as a child or she needs me more now, I cannot say. But I am glad that I was born here, in this house, as her son, and not anywhere else.